there, welcome back to my channel, Uniquely Reagan Handcrafted Cards. Today I'm going to make my craft roulette submission for episode number 261. This episode called for an A2 card, which I have a card base ready. It also had elements of amusement ride colors, so I think I've got that covered with the die cuts that I've cut out here. I just cut out a random assortment of balloons and cakes from the LDRS Birthday Wishes kit that I had purchased off of HSN. It came with a whole bunch of dies to cut birthday cakes, balloons, candles, and 2 sentiments, birthday and celebrate. It came with a variety of stamps, and it also came with some stencils. So I'm going to use those. I don't know which way really I'm going yet, but I cut out some cakes and some toppers, icing here. I've cut out a variety of balloons. I've cut out some candles. I did cut out the birthday sentiment. I cut out some streamers for strings on the balloons. I'm also going to use this Polrific paper pad that I had in my stash. I picked this up at, I think, a thrift shop recently. I don't really even know how old it is or where it says recollection, so it must have come from Michael's. But it looks like a summer-themed paper pad here. So I'm going to use that. That's what I've cut a bunch of these things out of. I'm going to use the Stamps of Life Yippee collection, which had the pocket die. It had a stamp set too that has pockets to stamp. I'm just using the pocket, the smallest pocket, and the layering piece for that. So I'm going to use that. I had already cut out that pocket and the layering piece. Let me get that glued up. So I think I've kind of got an idea where I'm going here. Might change along the way. We'll see. Let me get that glued down. I have a piece of paper that I ran through my embossing folder. I think I got this off of scrapbook.com. It's kind of a diamond plate embossing folder. As you can see, it's kind of a masculine looking card already with these colors. So let's go with it here. So the rest of the elements for Craft Roulette episode 261, the parameters, we had the amusement park colors. The project was an A2 size card. One of the things that it's in Craft Roulette, they have kind of a sub game that happens in there, and Mary Gunn, the host of the show, her grandson is JD. So every time she says JD, everyone can eat chocolate. Yay! We all love chocolate, right? So one of the elements or parameters was JD. So his birthday was recently, so I have a birthday sentiment. I also have some brown streamers. So if I use either one of these, even if I make a birthday card, I've got that JD element covered here. So that's why I cut out the brown streamers. And that's why I'm going with the kind of a birthday card here, is because of that element. The last element was the random, and it was a ticket. I have this Slimline die here. It's got the ticket stub ends on it. So I took a piece of paper, a scrapbook paper out of my stash, and I cut that, and then I tore it into thirds basically, and discarded the other end. I took a hole punch and then punched another basically ticket stub end. So what I'm going to do, I think that kind of the way I have it in my mind is to layer these here. Let's see. Kind of piece those there and put my pocket down here at the bottom. Let me make sure this is opening the right way here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put the pocket down here at the bottom. And I think if I go with the balloons, it can look like the balloons are floating out of the pocket. That was my thinking when I cut that. So if I place this ticket looking thing here, you can see that ticket punch on the end. You can see this side here. And then it looks like a torn edge on the side. And we can exaggerate that by taking some Distress Walnut Stain. And we can exaggerate that. And curl up the ends a little bit. With the lines on this paper, it almost looks like something might have been written on it at one time, and maybe it's faded, so maybe it's been hanging around for a while. So I'm going to lay that back under there, put my pocket down. Okay, and let's lay these balloons out. Let's turn this around this way maybe. Okay. Then it could look like the streamers are coming out there. All right, I'm going to glue this part down. I'm going to glue these together. So I'm working with one piece here. And we can rough up those edges of the tickets a little. There we go. And let's glue the pocket down. I'm going to put a block over that to make it, get it stuck down. And then I'm going to take one of the balloons here and I'm going to glue that down to there. I just want to leave that ticket edge showing a bit. And I'm going to get some foam tape here. I'm going to raise these other balloons up a bit. We can go that way with that. And then one more piece of tape. Okay. There we go. All right, let me work on these streamers. Get my tweezers out. Oops. And let's see, let's make this coming out. So it looks like that's floating out of the pocket. And this one here, let's cut that a little. Same there. Okay, so that looks great. Then I have a sorry I missed your birthday, JD. His birthday was recently, we know that. Mary talks about him on Craft Roulette quite a bit. I'm going to put some foam tape on the side over here that's hanging off of the pocket to even that spacing out. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this end. Oh, let's take the backer off. Nobody said anything. Were you screaming at me? Reagan, take that off. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now, I have some embellishments. I have this little box of embellishments of die cut things that I've got. So I've got some stars. Let's see.
Woke up late, missed the morning glaze, but the sunlight hits in so many ways. Grabbed my shades and hit the streets, no plan, chasing vibes like seashells in the sand. Radio hums a tune I can't name, crooked smiles, crashing waves, no shame. Flip my phone, toss it in my...
So, what do you think? We've got Amusement Park colors. We've got an A2 size card. We have the JD covered, birthday and chocolate. And we have a ticket, a couple of tickets. So I think that calls it for today, everything. I've met those parameters. The card looks pretty nice. And I really appreciate you joining my channel today. And I hope you come back and join me again. Hit that like button, thumbs up, come back and see me again, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Bye.